Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and welcome to this. I was gonna joke and say that it's a first look about the season halfway through, but it's not so. But we are talking about season two of Ranma and a half, and I, for some reason, thought it was called Ranma one and a half before we started this podcast tonight. But anyway, joining me tonight is Jamie. How's it going, Jamie?
I'm doing well, that the seasons are changing and it's getting cooler out, so perfect time to bundle up and watch some Ranma, I say.
Agreed. Agreed. And uh, I have to say, this one, when the first one, when the show first got released, so to speak, or should I say, announced, I remember people got really confused about it because anyone, sure, it's seen as a classic. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think anyone expected this to get it was a remake, so to speak.
Mm.
But as I said before, uh, it's an it's a remake, so said it's a classic. So maybe at the same time, it makes sense as to why it does get one. So
Yeah, I mean, before watching the Ranma one half, I had never heard. Well, maybe I heard about Ranma, but I definitely hadn't seen anything to do with Ranma beforehand. So it's completely new to me. So I'm glad that they were able to do a remake. So one of the good things about doing that is you introduce the show to new audiences and people that probably would have been interested in the
yeah.
original but just didn't know that the original existed. So
Hmm.
um, yeah, I think it's been a good thing overall. At least I don't know. Compared to, I haven't really seen anybody who was like, I love the original show and this remake butchers it or anything like that. I haven't
Same.
really heard a lot of chatter about Ranma to be honest, but I
Yeah.
assume people like it.
Yeah. Maybe it's more popular in Japan. I don't know, but
I could see
I
that.
do know that the trailer kind of exploded once it came out. So, which is kind of in which is fun since it does sure. There, I don't know if you should call it show as a standing out, but it does stand out by today's standard for being so. But anywho, the to go into perspective of what we are talking about the first three episodes of Ranma and a Half, which follows uh, oh yeah, I forgot I should fix that one. But follows a young little couple who is what's it called again when the parents is forcing
An arranged
an
marriage.
arranged marriage. Thank you. They put them in an arranged, being arranged fiance and going have arranged marriage, so to speak, and hijinks ensue, especially after they get the knowledge of the boy in question has gotten a curse on himself that he get turned into a girl. Is it if it's warm or and the boy's name is Ranma, to be precise, but is it warm water for being a boy and cold water for being a girl?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And the well, as I said, hijinks ensue, and when we get introduced to the school that both of them are going to go to in question, you can see that the relationship becomes a quite chaotic as his fiance is arguably the most popular. Akane is the most popular girl in the school, to say the least, and yeah, and there is the villain of the week, or often not either someone that is in love with Ranma or in love with Akane. Just give some recap about what the show is about, considering it was a while back. But I need to ask you, what have been your thoughts of the first three episodes of this current season?
Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I've actually been thinking as of late that I haven't watched like a cozy slash like more lighthearted, feel good anime in a little while. So Ranma came at just the right time for me. Um, I think I can't entirely remember where season one had left off, but start of season two, we have like a lot of characters that were like in conflict with Ranma or with Akane or the both of them together. It's like as far as like trying to split them up, like some of those characters come back, which is interesting to see. We got like a couple new characters here in between like the second and the third episode. So there's like different um like rivals, I guess, to contend with. And what I think was particularly interesting to me the past couple of episodes is I feel like the vows haven't just been from a physical standpoint, but they're also like trying to be a little bit think a little bit more with the battles too, which has been cool. So there's been like a little bit of evolution so far at the beginning of the season. But something I'm still kind of waiting to see. What's going on, Didge? Welcome to the street. Talking about ramen.
Yeah,
But
how's it going, Edge?
something
Yeah,
that
go
I'm
on. Sorry.
still waiting to see a little bit is like I know you mentioned earlier that the show is about like a young couple, and I'm like, to me, I don't even really consider them a couple. Like I think they're like both infatuated with each other, but
Oh,
neither one has like really taken the leap to be like, yeah, I actually do like you and would like be cool with this marriage thing, or at least give it a shot, I guess.
so
So
you would say a soon-to-be couple then?
um yeah, I guess so. I mean, you never know. Somebody might swoop in and take either one of them, or I don't know. I don't even know if "soon" is the right right word. I don't know if this whole
Hmm.
series is just about the cat and mouse game, and then at the end they get together, or that's probably how it is. That's how most romance anime goes. But sure, you could say it's soon to be with soon in
Uh,
quotes.
let me check how many chapters this manga have. Just for reference, it has 407, so this could go on for at least, depending on how, and it had 38 volumes going from 1987 to 1996, actually.
Mm,
So
a
this
long
could,
time.
depending on how many episodes each season is given and all that, yes, it could easily end up with 5 or 6 season, honestly,
Mm,
depending on the view count, so to speak.
yeah.
So there is that, and and well, you are right. It maybe it was wrong for me to say couple in this case, but like you also said, it soon to be might be the better one, depending on how the ending is. I don't know, but I'm just curious. Are you aware of any of the mangaka's previous work?
I'm sure we probably talked about it last time, but I can't remember off the top of my head. No.
And it's she is quite famous, so to speak, and one of her other more famous work is Inuyasha, actually.
Yes.
So, which is arguably, I don't know if I would argue that one being even more iconic, even if I will admit I'm not the biggest fan of that show, but
Mm,
that's That's
I
probably
would
the only
say
one.
it is, even though I haven't really seen much of Inuyasha, but I would say it is.
I just don't like the relationship between the two leads. It feels off, and which is not a good thing for a show like that. But not, it's not about the Inuyasha in here, but it's also if you have heard of Rumi. She well, she has done a lot. She's a legend in the industry in her own rights, so to speak. But I have what are your thoughts about season 2 so far? And um, I have my sister is watching this with me, and she is just saying something like that. It you can clearly show that it is an older anime still, and it's an older book, but it still feels like it has not aged because it has the charm of the day still. You can see the influences that this show has sort of given some the more comedic genre of and romance comedy anime, so to speak. Do you see her vision, so to speak?
Yeah, I definitely can tell that this is like adapting older source material. I guess you could say, where not to say that like all this feels like completely disconnected from anything that I know, like with our current time period, but it just feels like
Hmm.
things are from as I say, like I guess simpler times, or things were different than
Mm-hmm.
they are today. But yeah, I do like that they are embracing the fact that, like, this does come from like a different era, so they're gonna have like different sensibilities, whether that's a good or a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
And especially from a artistic perspective, I like that they do like still showcase some of the older look and feel of like how anime used to look, or even like the different ways that anime was made that have like particular visual or yes certain visual particularities. um so I think that's really cool to see, and that's something I'm still keeping up with. Yaiba, like season 1 of Yaiba actually just ended, and Yaiba also did something similar because Yaiba is actually also a remake, so it's cool to
Yeah,
see them like.
Yaiba's in YAIBL A.
So say that again.
Are you talking about Yaiba's in YAIBL A? I
Oh,
spell.
yeah, about the Samurai Legend. That show.
Okay, okay. I just want to double check, but go on, go on.
Um, yeah, no, I really enjoyed what they've done so far with the show, and like I was saying, like it's a very like lighthearted, like easy to watch kind of show. It's not gonna be as intense as like Jujutsu Kaisen or like Dragon Ball Z or like anything like that. But it's still action packed in its own right, which is also fun. So yeah, it's just a great show to watch.
And favorite episode so far? As an
Mm,
obvious question.
an obvious question.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
an obvious question for a stream like this, I feel.
Oh, I thought you meant like it had an obvious answer.
No,
I was
no, no,
about to be
no,
like,
no, no, no,
oh.
no.
Okay, got it. My favorite episode so far. I'm actually gonna throw episode 1 in there, of the second season, because we got to learn a little bit more about Ranma, and kind of see like a little tear in his armor. So it's nice to break down like these somewhat like invincible characters and kind of show like they're still people at the end of the day, and they have their own like
Mm-hmm.
weaknesses and stuff.
Agreed. And I have to say also, but speaking of weaknesses, the that in question is not particularly dare I say, what's the word? Smart when it comes to being a dad in some cases. Speaking of
Uh,
Ranma's fear of cats,
mhm.
with just it's obvious. I'm saying this as an the more you learn, the more it just that makes sense, and but you are just making it worse, man. Stop. So, and I say that as someone that loves cats. Or what did you? I was just shaking my head when I saw his explanation of how it tried to make it stop.
Yeah, it makes me think of there are some people that they learn how to swim by basically just like their parents pushing them into the pool, which glad that they ended up swimming and not drowning at the end of the day.
Mhm.
But it's still that's not a good way to try and
Wait, wait,
teach
wait,
anybody
wait, wait,
anything.
wait. Is that a thing in US or is that something in general?
I mean, I mostly know Americans, so I can't say that it's a global thing. I wouldn't be surprised if it's mostly limited to the U.S., but I wouldn't say it's like Americans do this kind of thing. I think it's like certain crazy people do this to their children. So,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
I guess.
it's from what I'm aware of, out of love, and it's like, oh, fastest way to do it is to do it, but that is
Jesus
that's not the
Christ.
recommended way to try and teach your kid how to swim.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
have friends and like know people that's how they learn how to swim, and they don't talk about it like it's a traumatic thing. But me personally, as someone who doesn't know how to swim, I'm like that would be very traumatic to me. So
oh, yeah, oh, yoy, yoy.
yeah. So watching the like Rama's dad kind of like push him into some cats, I'm like, yeah, I could see somebody's dad doing that.
Mm-hmm. And and speaking of fears and all, we can see for I don't know what my favorite episode is, to be perfectly honest, because they are all so batshit insane that you really couldn't find any what okay then. So but there was the moments that I actually really enjoyed, and that was just the smaller stuff. And then we come to the whole I don't I don't know what you think, but this show loves to make a big deal out of everything, and it is hysterical.
Mm.
And
What way do you mean?
I'm not talking about it. It was funny about his fear of cats. I'm just talking about um, the whole have the chestnut over the fire, and that's a secret technique. And oh, it's a fight in the school. Let's have it like a MMA wrestling match,
Hmm.
and all those kind of yes.
Yeah, well, it's not too surprising to me, I guess, because it's somewhat of a drama, so they gotta try and
Hey,
make it
Mike.
crazy. What's up, Mike?
So and it's just
Plus, I also feel like when
okay.
you're in, I think they're in high school, right? It's like stuff
So
like that. That's like, oh, we're gonna talk about this for the next week or whatever. Like, did you see what Rama did? Blah blah blah. So that's like your
yeah,
your whole entire world kind of thing. Versus like you and me being like adults being like removed from that. Like you see how like small that stuff ends up being at the end of the day.
yeah. I checked Wiki, and supposedly Ranma is 16, so I assume both of them are 16 and or at least 15.
Hmm.
15, 16, like that.
Wow. Isn't Jotaro
Mm,
like 16 or something in the part three?
yeah, yeah,
Crazy,
but
crazy to think about.
yeah, but that's Yo-Yo, and Yo-Yo loves to have. How should I put it?
Yeah,
There's a reason why there is so many jokes about how the mangaka loves to draw muscular men, and that's a completely different story. But
yeah.
you get what I mean.
I was just thinking about it because I've been like, I try and watch like one or two episodes of JoJo now to catch up for the new part, and
Yeah.
yeah, just seeing all the huge like dudes, you would think like, oh, they have to be like 20, 30. It's like I'm 16, and you're like, what?
But I mean, it does fit. But at the same time, you don't question it because it fits the world that he has created. He created, so to speak.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it sort of like with the whole gags in here. You get the tone complete that it is a bit cartoony, all that jazz. I
Oh
love it.
yeah.
And so, and, on one hand, going back to the whole ordeal with the first season, I know that this is all over the place, but uh, sort of like when you see them charging in at them because, well, they want to defeat her, so to speak, to win her heart. Just okay, and at the same time, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, type of deal.
Yeah, it's
So,
definitely it's not anywhere close to being like realistic or like grounded in real life or anything like that. But I think that's part of the fun. Um,
uh-huh.
Something that I've enjoyed because like a whole core of the show is like Ranma going from being a boy to a girl is in the most recent episodes of the season 2, which I don't know if we put a spoiler warning already. I don't know. Are we
We are just all over the place, so we might as well just
I mean,
talk about the three
I can keep
first.
it pretty vague. I can keep it pretty vague. Basically, they've added like a new mechanic. Feels like a weird word to use, but I can't think of anything else. It's like a new mechanic to Ranma's changing to where now pressure points can be activated to kind of change the way that he transforms or like doesn't transform. And I thought that was interesting because it just adds like another layer to like all these different rules and whatnot, and kind of makes me wonder if there's some kind of pressure point or something that can be activated to where like this curse over Ranma gets lifted, or even if that's a possibility. I have no idea. But yeah, just a lot of more interesting things have been added to in season 2, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was an interesting aspect. Speaking of stuff like that, this old lady, well, I would hate to have her nagging at me constantly and just being in pain. It would drive me nuts, so to speak. All jokes aside, considering her and the technique she showed off that he needs to learn how to get a certain object. So
Let me see, because she sounds like Turbo Granny, but I don't know if it's the same actress.
you think it's Luffy's voice actress? That would be
Oh,
fun.
is Turbo Granny played by the same person that does Luffy?
Yes, it
Oh
is.
wow, I didn't know that. Let me see.
Which is so funny. And also, she's the Japanese voice actor for Krillin, which is why
Oh wow.
Krillin always have the "We Are" uh, uh, opening as his ringtone in Super. The
Mm,
more you know.
that's good. I didn't know that at all.
I mean, both animes are from Toei, so they can Toei Animation, so they can do it without any legal issues. So
That's fair. Well, that's cool. Little crossover. Dang, I'm not. Oh wait. Is it? I found it. I found the actress. The actress's name is Barbara Goodson.
Barbara Goodson. Are you talking about the English one now, or?
The English one, yeah. And she is Turbo Granny. There you go.
Oh, you thought about the English VA. I thought you talked about the Japanese VA here.
No, actually, I should have specified. Yeah, I've only watched Ranma in English so far.
Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, she is. Wait, how did I think about it? Isn't she Rita and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers also? Barbara Goodson. Where is Trevor when you need him?
Mm. Yeah,
uh,
I'm sure Trayvon will probably be able to tell you.
yeah, but yeah, it's. But yeah, in the Japanese voice actor for Granny is Luffy, which is why that Dan 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 always makes me laugh, so to speak.
That is interesting. How fun.
Yeah, but yeah, but like you said before, I do feel like this is a show that is refreshing in a sense, considering how many action show there is these days. Honestly,
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not to say that I don't still like the shonens or like action heavy kind of shows, but I think that variety is also, at least for me, important in my anime diet. Just watching fighting all the time is not gonna, after a while I'm just gonna be like what, I'll get bored.
uh-huh.
Need to move on to something else. So I
Yeah,
like mixing things up.
yeah. You need if you want a cute romance anime, whenever this has and the season wise, check out The Flower Who Grows with Dignity. You would love it. So
Mm,
you would love it.
sweet.
But is there anything we can that you feel that we can cover that we haven't covered in general for this current season?
I guess we could talk about where you think things are going next. But I actually did want to ask you, um, yeah, so you've seen the original Ranma?
It has been on my list, but I have not. Let me see if it's
Okay.
on Crunch now. Maybe I should do that
I was thinking about that before.
afterwards.
Yeah. That'd be
So,
fun. Well, in that case, so yeah, so I could just ask you, as far as like where you think things are going next, because I feel like the situation that Rama's in now, where he can't change back, will probably be resolved in an episode or so. It feels like let me look up what the granny's actual name is. Uh, Cologne,
honestly,
I guess.
I think it's next episode that they are handling that part, so to speak. Because yeah, first I was thinking, is this going to be the overarching villain, so to speak, to
Mm.
solve this issue? I'm just nah.
Yeah.
Could drag on too much.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Ranma in general is kind of a villain of the week kind of show. Um, where sometimes it's like things get wrapped up in an episode. Sometimes it takes like two, maybe three. But I think Cologne, that was the other thing I was going to mention earlier. The granny has kind of been, I don't know if she's warming up to Ranma or if she truly just wants to like try and find the strongest person and like support them in any kind of way. But the fact that she was willing to train Ranma to like learn the chestnuts roasting on the open fire technique, which is so funny. Yeah, the
That's
name.
the technique I was thinking of earlier. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Um the fact that she's willing to train Ranma to like do stuff like that, I'm like, maybe she can become a mentor that will hang on later in the season.
Would not be
Um,
surprised if that happens.
yeah, because I feel like not to say that she doesn't care about her granddaughter's shampoo and like her marriage situation, I guess.
What a
But
name, Shampoo.
yeah. But I think she's more interested in like trying to find really strong people, I guess. So I think that might be the next role for her. Yeah, you think about it. So her granddaughter's name is Shampoo and her name is Cologne. Like, so
I'm
I wonder
seeing
who
a
the
pattern here.
next person's gonna be, like Moose or something, and like hair gel.
What is it with Japan and like liking to have a themes in their names sometimes?
I don't know.
I mean,
It's kind of fun.
yeah, I'm not complaining. I just think it's funny, especially in earlier days.
Hmm.
But was that everything that you can come up with? Because I think I have gone all over the place and can't think of anything else myself.
Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Okay, then I need to ask you then, Jamie, where can people find you?
You can find me, and this is streaming on my like review slash lifestyle slash whatever channel right now. So obviously there. But for gaming things, you guys can find me at Swiper_Prime on most platforms. Definitely on YouTube and Twitch for sure.
Nice. And well, this is also streamed on my personal channel on Swedish Emblem, also here on Damager Taco, where we are going to talk about we talk about well, everything manga anime related. In my personal channel, it's well, coverage of Wind Waker on both Twitch and YouTube, and Persona on Twitch, and also YouTube on during the weekends. So, with that said, have it awesome, y'all. Bye.